Oh, I was muted. Hello? Hello. Oh my gosh. It's been a hot minute. Also, excuse me. I literally just hopped out the shower. Hi, Yogurt. Hi, Bree. What up? What up? Give me a second. Okay. So, before we get into it, I did my, I was having technical difficulties right before I hopped out the shower. So, I don't think I can hear, well, I don't think y'all can hear my desktop audio. Looking fresh, bro. Baby look steady. Whoa, stop, stop. You're gonna make me blush. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Can y'all hear that? Cause if you can't, it's so over if y'all can't hear anything right now. You're just gonna switch here. Cause it should be blasting right now. No. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. It's over. I actually don't know why, but I'm not gonna troubleshoot that now. Cause it's green. It's green. It's green, but no. Need me so far. What up, iPoor? What up? What up? Okay. I might just have to. Well, this is awkward. Yeah, I can't figure out why, but I don't want to spend the whole time trying to figure out why. Yo, Loki, I just need to grab my loading screen. I forgot what my loading screen sounds like. Loki, you might just need to grab that. Throw it on the background. Super low volume. Okay, you know what? Let's do that for now. Bear with me here. Okay, I think I stole it. Oh. Okay, cool. Okay. How is this comparative to my voice? Like the elevator music? Like, yeah, that's why I chose it. It sounds like elevator music. Scuff Stream, think is this your announcement becoming a VTuber? No, no, no. Our streams are much more scuffed here compared to VTubers. Quiet? Okay, I'm gonna notch that up. Cause I can't hear it. So, not to break immersion. I can't hear it. Good? Good? Yay, nay. While we do that, I'm gonna open my projects here. All the whips. Yeah, I guess. Okay, good. Well, just let me know if it's like, oh, it could be, oh my God. Holy, so scuffed. Where'd it go? Oh, it's because I don't have it on this screen. Holy, it's been a while, guys. It's been a while. Let me just get nice and situated before I start drawing and yapping. Thank you for helping with audio issues. Okay. There's a lot I want to yap about. And there's also a lot that we can get done today, drawing-wise. Because I have a lot of work in progresses. I posted a few pieces ever since I came back from I went on a trip to Asia pretty much for like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. And I got back maybe 2.5, 3 weeks ago. And I've posted a few pieces, which we can go over in a second. But on top of that, I have been just drawing a lot for myself, doing a lot of studies. So we're going to go through and open all the whips. And I try to figure out what exactly tonight I like to name my streams. I give them some goofy titles. So what rhymes with whip? Tip. I think it's nice. I think it's fitting. I need to try music for myself though. It is dead quiet for me. I'm sorry, we'll be listening to different music. Okay, I don't know what I want to talk about first. There's a lot I want to talk about. I don't know if people do this. I feel like a freak, low key. Like, I put down talking points, so I don't like not remember what I'm trying to talk about. So many things. Honestly, it's just gonna be me yapping about some brain rot, like what I've been currently brain rotted on, while I attempt to work on some whips. It would be so funny if it started actually playing now, dude. I would have taken that. I still don't understand. This is the first time I see green bar, no audio coming out. It is what it is. I'll figure it out later. But oh, it even shows. Well, here I'll hide that because that's the music that y'all cannot hear at the moment. Talking boards are great. If you want to say a topic, no shame of that. Yes, thank you. Feels like I'm like almost giving a presentation. But the topics are so not in order either. But yeah, it is what it is. We're just gonna go through it. I think that's just how my normal conversations go anyways. Just whatever I'm feeling. Papa King, I got a calm idea for you. You just need a cook bit. Hey, I appreciate that, Yogurt. I do appreciate that. Which, yeah, good. So, I mean, this is also one of the work in progresses. It's my OC certsy, but this is the real promotional piece that I'm in the middle of sketching that we'll probably finish today. It's almost done. To say that my VGen comms are open. So, yeah. If you're interested in that, I think it's the link. I don't remember, but you have an idea too, but no real direction with it. Hey, I mean, just even considering me for commission, I hella appreciate it. You got no idea. But hey, don't worry, because I mean, I feel like most of my comms that I've done, I honestly haven't done it in a while. It's been a few months. I think the last one I did was like the one for Gantai's birthday that Serge requested before. But I feel like most of my comms, they're like, here's a character and I don't know, you can do whatever you want with them. And I'm like, awesome, sick. Which it does sound like a lot of pressure, because it is, but I feel flattered when that happens, because I'm like, wow, you trust me enough to just come up with some bullshit. But yeah, comms are open. I think I opened them last night. I forget. I think I wanted to talk about something with comms. No? No, not really. Just saying that comms are open. But before we start before I get to some work in progresses, some of the pieces that, okay, I say that I think I can only actually talk about one of the or show one of the pieces I've drawn ever since I came back. I really like this piece. Not to toot my own horn, but let's talk about this piece that I did real quick. I just want to reflect on it. It was 24 hours ago. I started push notifications on my phone. Oh god, it's embarrassing. Push notifications. I appreciate anyone who has notifications for me, but I feel like I'm not even on Twitter like that no more. I don't even have notifications for anyone right now, just because I try to stray away from it. especially nowadays. We can get into that later, but oh my god, there's too much happening on socials nowadays that I just cannot handle. Where is it? I was gonna pull up the project file, but I don't know if the nipples are out. Are the nipples out? It's fine anyways, I think. And I don't know where the file is because I moved it. Oh, whatever. I could just pull up the final piece anyways. I think it's here somewhere. Hell yeah, you push that bell button? Holy. It's one of the most random notifications from Gmail. Gmail. I do not have Gmail notifications for social media. That would drive me nuts. I see it in my spam and I'm like, oh my god. And it's all just like YouTube and Twitter, and I'm like, I would go insane if I had all that notifying me. What was I doing? Here it is. Boom. Okay, let's talk about this piece. I just want to reflect on it real quick before we get into actually drawing some new stuff. I really like this piece. It was the first thing I drew whenever I came back. Or one of the first things I drew whenever I came back. But it was the first finished piece I drew coming back after like 3.5 weeks of not drawing anything, at least digitally. And I was like, whoa, this is cool. I think we can talk about the trip another time. Spoilers, I am like putting together a little video or videos of my trips I went to Vietnam, hometown, and Taiwan and Japan. And it was a great time. But yeah, we'll talk about that maybe another time whenever I actually have a video to show for it. But after coming back, I felt, I don't know, it was a good break in general, but it was a really good break for art related things, I feel, at least mentally, because I came back and I felt that I didn't have to really it's like I didn't have a progress or a I can't think right now. My routine, like the whole process was just it was different. It didn't feel so textbook, like, okay, I'm gonna do this and that. I felt more free to do whatever, kind of just like feel like doing literally whatever I want to do, which is different because it's very easy for me to kind of autopilot whenever I draw something. But I really like this piece. If you don't know, this is Zoe from K-pop Demon Hunters, and it didn't help that right before my trip I watched K-pop Demon Hunters and I was obsessed with it all trip. So of course she's my favorite character, so she's the first person that I drew, the first fan art that I drew, and I need to do more pieces like this. I think this is super different than what I usually do because it's more painterly, more messy. I think the keyword is messy here. The line art, if you can even call it that, is just a sketch but refined because I just kept it messy, and I almost didn't add the background. The background is so simple. It's so simple, but I think it adds so much. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm watching a W draw, but I could be watching you. I'm so fake. What up, my guy? Holy, I actually tuned into that stream in the beginning of it, just the very beginning. Speaking of that, great segue. Thank you, Sir G. Oh, by the way, YouTube, I forgot YouTube like took everyone's @ handle, which is really weird. Like instead of having your name, I thought they would have like reverted that, but it's been a while. I forget everyone has their @ handles. But Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if it's just me or it's just a me thing. I don't think it's an anything else thing. I have not really been watching streams. Like, I watch like one person now. And I don't know why that is. I think there's just so much happening. There's so many streams to watch, so much to keep up with, that for the first time ever, I'm just like, I can't. There's so much stuff happening. I just want to like watch like two things. So the last like live stream I tuned into was Gigi's birthday, the Game of Whimsy stream. Fantastic stream, by the way. But other than that, no CC streams, no Gigi streams, no Juno streams, no Suisse streams. I just haven't been watching any of my Oshis. Don't know why that is. Like I said, maybe I'm burnt out on watching so much stuff. I literally only been watching Squeaks, if y'all know who that is. I've been watching Squeaks. He's just a guy, right? He's a fleshy, but I've been watching him mainly just for like background noise. I love him. And I don't know, going on top of that, it's just also social media too, bro. Oh my God. I can't. There's too much happening. She could get in your stream if you had a chance. Stickers to me is hella cute. Oh yeah, I saw the chibi in the beginning, the sketch of it anyways. It's very cute. You feel that you're watching two at once right now? Dude, I could never ever. The only time I've watched multiple streams at once is whenever they do like a collab stream. Like they were playing a collab game or something. Evolve from a content consumer to a content creator. That's honestly, I do feel like I just want to make stuff instead of consume stuff. Like I said, I feel so burnt out on just watching stuff or just playing games in general. I'm just like, oh, I can't. I don't know what's up. I feel like it's overall good change. And if you're wondering why randomly decided to start streaming today, well, I guess I'm not drawing right now. So the main reason is because I haven't been going to the gym, and today was the first day I went back to the gym in a while. So I thought, oh well, might as well pick up two habits, or at least try to form two habits at once. I feel like that is better than doing nothing. Also, autofocus has not been working, so I have to manually focus. I say that as it doesn't work at all. Cool. Good enough. Good enough. Yeah. What was I talking about? Can I move this? Ooh, nice. Yeah, so yeah, picking up two habits at once. Went to the gym this morning, worked arms. I felt so weak. Like, I legit haven't worked out. I worked out more during that trip than I did after I came back. Would it be my booty too hard for me to even think about the gym? Nice stash, by the way. Oh, appreciate it. Well, hope work gets better. Hope your hours aren't too shit. And yeah, I actually had a more full-fledged beard growing out because I did not shave during that whole trip. But then I recently trimmed it to to not look too much like a freak whenever I dressed as Zoe for Halloween. Zoe from K-pop Demon Hunters. Like this Zoe. Yeah. Which I posted on Twitter. Wait, I look like a freak, by the way, in that photo. Let me go back to look at this. Jesus, I look like a freak. my god, I forgot I posted it with the minion. The minion photo is fire. Bro, same as surgery as work has been awful last few months. Sobbing emoji, same here, bros. Bros, hang in there. Hang in there, please. I hope it all gets better. You are a freak? Yeah, you're not wrong. Look, slay. Appreciate that. Look, I'm Zoe. Wait, have y'all seen K-pop Demon Hunters? I need to show you the picture that that I'm cosplaying as, or that I'm dressing up as. This is what I'm dressing as. The best character. Here's me with Stewart. W Stewart. This photo is kind of fresh. It's a vibe. But yeah. Boom, boom. Oh, her mouth is open. I think I knew that, but I was like, I think I'm gonna look like even a bigger freak if my mouth is open. So here I am just cheesing. Yeah, that was my costume. If you haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunters, you should go watch it. It's fantastic. That's one of my brain rot talking points, but do I really want to talk about that right now? Maybe whenever I start working on K-pop Demon Hunters piece. Why you look like such a tourist? It is giving tourist. You're right. You're right. High key is because of the fanny pack, the sling bag. You look hella Asian in that picture. Yeah, I do. I look like I just came fresh off the goddamn boat into America, bro. My friend told me I look like the minion picture. He said I look like a SoCal Asian. I was like, yeah, I do there. I do. But yeah, before... Okay, I won't brainwash y'all with K-pop Demon Hunters. You should watch it. It's a very fun movie, and I've been nonstop listening to the soundtrack for the past like it's been over a month since I've been listening to the full soundtrack like every day. It hits, and I love everything about that movie. But I went to go see it in theaters just a few days ago because it reran again. Because for those of y'all don't know, it was a Netflix movie. So it didn't have a theatrical release. Released like 3 months ago, almost 4 months, I think. And I only saw it like a month ago. But it released in theaters for like a weekend for 2 days in like August. And that was actually whenever I went to go see the Hololive concert in New York that weekend. So that's why I didn't go get to see it. And it released again during a different occasion. I can't remember if that was the time it released while I was in New York, if it was the first or second time, I forget. But that was like a sing-along version. And then the third time was just for Halloween. Yeah. And I finally got to see it in theaters because I had already watched it, so I rewatched it in theaters. It's a fantastic movie to watch in theaters. It was also the sing-along event. And I went to go dress up as Zoe in the picture. That was in Halloween, but same cosplay for the movie theater because my 2 younger nieces dressed as 2 girls as well, Rumi and Zoe. Hella cute, hella cute. Such a fun time. Ew, New York? Yeah. Ew, New York. Actually, I don't even think I've talked about New York. No, I might have. I don't remember. I don't remember if I have. I think last stream I did. Like 2 months ago. Could be tripping though. But yeah, before we get started on something... Oh, these are 3 girls, by the way. Zoe, Rumi, Mira. Maybe I'll finish the actual calm ones. This is the closest to being done. All right. Well, I stopped myself from going on too much of a tangent. I say that as I just go on tangents the past 5 minutes. Let's see what we can talk about. Because again, besides K-pop Demon Hunters, a lot of stuff, a lot of bangers have been coming out for me to consume, bro. I know we were just talking about how I was like so burnt out on like watching content, but like when it comes to like movies and shows, bro, crazy bangers coming out the past few months. My God. You hear the hotels are hella packed? God damn, bro. God damn it. Besides that, the trip is great. Okay. So, like I said, we'll talk about K-pop Demon Hunters whenever we start working on K-pop Demon Hunter stuff. But right now, we're just gonna work on this because it's almost done. It's just a sketch and talk about my process changing. I never would have done this, and maybe it's because it's a sketch, you know, maybe because it's not like a full on piece with the background and everything. But look at this. This whole piece, besides some very minor lighting things, is on one layer. Did it start on one layer? No, but not too long ago I put it all on one layer because I'm a freak. That's unheard of for me to ever do, which is why I'm bringing it up. I know a lot of people do that, but it helps me. It has been helping me get loose. But I need to warm up. I haven't drawn since, I'm not even sure if I drew today. Barely. Traditional art grind set move, yeah. Like I said, this whole thing, most of it, like the sketch was on, like I blocked in the colors and everything, and then I merge everything together. Because the thing about painting that just makes everything feel so otherworldly is the fact that people do it like you have to think about the everything in shapes, bro. Oh my God. You know, you can duplicate into a single layer and keep the separate layers as well. True. That's pretty much what I do in my regular pieces. That's what I have been trying to do anyways in the regular pieces, is especially with the hair. Like I'll separate everything. I'll usually, for a final piece, I'll usually like have all of the body parts and everything still like on the colors and separated from the line art. But when it comes to the hair, I feel more comfortable getting messy with it. That's whenever I have like just the hair, like both the line art and the colors and the multiply and everything on one layer. Baby steps for me whenever it comes to, I don't want to say getting really into painting, but more into painting. And here I'm just warming up. Do this for some post-processing when Gaussian blur and low opacity to give the picture a little diffusion. Yeah, dude, post-processing stuff. I love that too. There was a piece I recently did that is NSFW. Maybe y'all saw it, maybe y'all did it. But dude, adding some Gaussian blur, really mimicking having the piece look like it's shot from a camera, has really kind of opened my eyes into more compositions and interesting just pieces that I've been trying to get at recently. Because having that depth of field with the Gaussian blur, bro, oh my God, it just makes a piece feel so much more real. Diego thumbnail, I remember your last year. Oh yes, I appreciate it. Appreciate it, purple. Dude, I'm so fake because I actually did not work on that piece anymore. Well, I kind of did. Wait, I have it somewhere. And I'll tell y'all why in a second. Went to an art museum today and saw some banger art. Dude. Wait, that's sick. Because There are art museums around me, but a lot of it is just like modern art. And I haven't been to one in a minute. But I mean, I don't like it because majority of it is modern art. But they have like a lot of traditional pieces. Like I think one of them has like a Monet in it. And all that big blown up painterly like Renaissance art. That stuff is fire to look at. You have a bunch of canvases lying around that you should get used, bro. You should. I've never owned a like outside of like maybe something from middle school. I have never actually painted on a canvas. Maybe high school. But it's all pre-2000 and you have a Da Vinci. I'm jealous. I'm hella jealous because like I said, we have like a few cool pieces at the art museums around me, but my god, is most of it just modern art bullshit. I don't remember if I told y'all before. What stuck with me the most at one of the museums is their dead ass was like a light beam that is just like crooked. That's a cylindrical light beam, and that was like one of the pieces on the wall. It had like a description. I saw it a few years ago. I was like, we are not serious right now, bro. We are not serious. And then I never went back. Judge Joe painting once, never again. My hands are too shaky. Yeah, maybe I should try that on stream one day. I'll be like painting for the first time IRL since middle school. I'm pretty sure I have it in my closet. I have like a folder, all of my old art. Last thing I painted is probably in middle school. Holy god. But painting is so, oh, it's beyond me, but also I need to do it in order to get better. You only got Navy Marine Warfare one? Well, that's still pretty cool. Not that I've been to one of those, but no art museum. An Italian guy made an art piece, which was a banana taped to the wall. Some guy bought it and ate the banana. Oh, I hate modern art. I hate pretentious art. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah. So this is the thing I did last stream, which was like 2 months ago, by the way. But yeah, the reason I didn't, maybe it will work on today because we're just working on whips today. But man, I think the reason why, I don't think I ever told y'all because obviously that was the last stream, but I was very proud of what I did during this stream because it was the first time that I didn't have anything. I had the idea, but I didn't have the sketch. So I went from like sketch to a pretty like good stopping place during the entirety of that stream. And I was like, not even kidding. I was like low-key sweating bullets throughout the whole stream because I was just thinking, my god, like art is so coin flip. Sometimes it takes me like hours to get a sketch done. Well, we got something pretty solid. Like this is what we got during that stream, but it's minus the coloring. But I was like, oh, cool. And I think because of that, because I felt so proud of that, like that piece was just done in my head. But maybe we could render just a little more and then post it as a sketch. Live in London, can't move for the amount of museums here. Never been, but yeah, you're probably hella. Reminds you of the art, that piece that was a little pile of trash got removed by the clinic staff. Holy. Dude, people are, I don't know how you come up with stuff like that and you're like, yeah, that's fire. That's fire. You had to exude so much confidence that someone is gonna think it's fire, you know? I applaud them for that over anything. Okay, her tail is also way too massive. We'll just combine it all, man. Ours master coin flip. Got used to just trash pieces starting over again. It's all practice in the end. True. True. I at least do see it in that sense. I'm always like, well, whatever. If it didn't work this time, maybe it'll work next time. Which I think is the healthier mindset to have. I remember seeing a video of a guy sitting on a chair that he thought was part of the exhibit and as a piece, and he broke it. That's funny as hell. It's not even the people that like think that. It's not even like, I don't even blame the artist for making shit like that. It's just like, who is eating it up, you know? Make the tail bigger. You're a freak. You're a freak. Honestly, I could have just left it, but it was kind of bothering me because I was looking at, I think I have it here. This is who I'm drawing, my OC. Her tail is long, but I was like, dude, it's like disgustingly massive here. It was throwing me off, so we'll just get rid of it for now. It's fine, bro. It's fine. Drawing some serpents, so it doesn't have to be too long. I'm roughly 90% sure that a good deal of modern art is just an excuse to pay people to have something to write taxes on. It's 100% a money laundering scheme. It's gotta be, right? Fantastic point. It's just gotta be. I just don't believe it. Maybe it looked better before. Maybe I do keep her freakishly long tail. Here's what I do. I like to copy. Copy. And I'm just gonna go back. Maybe I do keep the freakishly long tail. This one's for the freaks. That time a couple of guys brought in an pineapple to exhibit and left it as a joke, only 5 glasses behind it. Oh dude, I remember seeing about that. Wait a minute, I recognize that horn style. Do you by any chance read Ruri Dragon? Oh, actually, I drew this before I started reading Ruri Dragon, but I did recently. And by recent, I mean like within the last month. Started reading Ruri Dragon. Great wholesome manga. Not caught up, but it's like ongoing from my understanding, so. I really like Ruri's design. Yes, actually, no, I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I did make Cersei before I looked into Ruri, because the reason why I was reading, or I picked up Ruri Dragon, is I deadass looked up Dragon Girl manga. And the reason I was doing that was because I was in the middle of like trying to create a doujinshi of my OCs, which are Dragon Girls, both Chia and Cersei. And I wanted to practice paneling, or I wanted more ideas. I was like, do I want, I kind of, because, you know, I've made the like 4-page practice of Dojin manga styled art for Chia, but I was like, I want to give it more depth, more story. So like, I wanted to see other examples of what people were doing, or if anyone wrote a story about like a dragon girl. And Ruby Dragon was like one of the first ones that popped up. So yeah, Ruby Dragon readers, hell yeah. You got it early, so you had to read it weekly. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm not that deep into it. I'm like less than, I should maybe stop at chapter 12 or 15, something around there. I need a hot bag on it. A manga that I had, the last manga that I did start reading though was, and it's only because I started watch because I watched the anime. I always get the title mixed up. The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. I hope I got that right. Y'all haven't seen that show, bro? Or at least read the manga? So wholesome. So wholesome. If you want something like that, I guess Interspecies Reviews should be your best bet, or Monster Musume. I have heard of both of those. I should catch a, or I should watch or read those because of Monster Girl things. You are right. I thought you made her so Chia had another dragon girl to pork. Yeah. Yeah, that was a real reason. And then I was like, maybe I want to do some actual plot stuff. And then I was like, yeah, plot sounds good. It's harder, which is why I was doing research. That's why I was actually doing research. I was like, okay, what's some Dragon Girl stuff that popped up, bro, that people made? You read it first back when it was a one-shot. Man, Ruri is cute. I'll watch it eventually. Hell yeah. Dude. Wholesome shit just makes me cry nowadays. Fragrant Flower Blooms Identity. I'm not... The manga, I'm like in the middle. Like there's 13 episodes of the anime, I believe. 12 or 13, I always forget. But I'm only the manga equivalent. I don't know. Episode 9 or 8. So I haven't caught up with it, but I need to consume more wholesome stuff. But on the topic of manga and anime, no, what to talk about first. Time to pull up my talking points. What do we talk about first? Well, in theaters, besides K-pop Demon Hunters, the last 3 things, or the last other 2 things I watched were, of course, the Chainsaw Man movie and the Demon Slayer movie. Gachikuta. I have not consumed anything Gachikuta, unfortunately. I know I should. I know nothing about it, though. Dude, I just want to talk about those 2 movies, though. I mean, one of them I liked way more. But they were both very good. Digimon Beat Breakers also turning out to be a good season. Sounded as weird and I expect. I mean, it's the Beastar's author. I have not. I think I've watched one thing Digimon related, I'll be real. I have heard good things about that new game that came out. You had a bit of it when Callie started chilling and you didn't really like it? Oh, I do know that she did the season 2 opening. Someone can correct me on that if I'm wrong. I haven't heard it yet, but I thought, oh, that's fire. Because I know she was a big fan of it on release. That must be insane, bro. yeah. So let's see. Dude, I perma forgetting. Dude, multitasking is hard. I keep perma forgetting what I'm talking about. Face is a bit off here. Oh yeah, I was talking about the anime movies. Funnily, the last like X amount of things, 4 or 5 things I've watched in theaters has all been anime related, because I just cannot watch anything else. Or rather, there feels like there's nothing worth watching besides those things. But I did watch the Demon Slayer movie whenever it first came out. No spoilers. I won't say any spoilers for both the Chainsaw Man or Demon Slayer movie, but my god. The only gripe I had about the Demon Slayer movie was there's the amount of flashbacks were getting to me, bro. I feel like I can keep up with some anime bullshit sometimes, but my god, so many flashbacks. Animation carries, as it always does. Super solid. Plus, there was just some emotional things that could have happened more if they would have just introduced said lore in the anime, not like, you know, trauma dumping a character 10 to 15 minutes before a climactic fight does not make it emotional. I'm sorry. Other than that, it was good. Chainsaw Man you want to enjoy, but after the specific plot twists of the manga, you can't keep going. Well, I have not started part 2 of Chainsaw Man. I read part 1 like a year or 2 ago. But man, yep, Demon Slayer movie, you know, I enjoy Demon Slayer as much as the next guy. I know people say it's overrated. I think that's a fair point. It's just everywhere, but also it's just like, it's the anime nowadays. If you're like, there's so many people that just watch Demon Slayer or like something like JJK, which is completely fine. It's very easily digestible. Maybe 8.5 out of 10, the movie. I probably will never rewatch it again because of the amount of flashbacks, bro. Well, they gave Yowamushi flashbacks. At one point, there were 2 or more straight episodes of flashback. Maybe that's why, if it was in like anime 4, like if it was episodic, it would have been fine. But it was a 2.5-hour movie, by the way. 2.5-hour movie. So the flashback was just back to back to back to back. And I was like, oh my god. Don't worry, won't spoil anything. I'm not that guy. Appreciate it. I hate people that spoil shit. But yeah. Demon Slayer movie. It's good. It broke crazy records, by the way. I only know, so I think it made like over, it was either just under or like over 700 mil like globally. And I think it was like the most highest grossing international film in the US ever, which is so cool because 1, it's anime, and 2, it's a mature animated series. You know, I believe it was considered rated R. I was like, well, that's crazy. That's crazy. Animation in the West? We got goo goo gaga stuff over here, animation in the West. Demon Slayer, in your opinion, is a mid-amazing animation, art, good music, most basic plot ever. Perfect anime first-timer series. 100% agree. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It's not my favorite, but I'll eat it up, you know, for what it is. Demon Slayer lost all my remaining goodwill after the snooze fest of season 3. Was season 3 the training arc? That's valid. I think its high points outweigh the low points for me personally. The Blacksmith Village arc. I think the finale of that was fantastic. I can understand the first half of it being a bit of a snooze fest. That's valid. That is valid. I think the final arc of that made me like sob though, or the final part of that arc made me sob though. But yeah, watching it in theaters was pretty good. But you know, watching the goddamn Chainsaw Man movie in theaters, man, so good, so good. So like, I think ever since I've read Chainsaw Man for the first time, like a year or two ago, it's kind of a blur to me, I'm not gonna lie. The second half of it is such a blur to me because I kind of read it so fast because I couldn't put it down. But then that also made me kind of like forget a lot of the important stuff. No spoilers in case for anyone watching that hasn't watched the Reza arc or read it. But reading it for the first time, the Reza arc was my favorite. And seeing it animated, I thought it was so good. I would go see it twice. It would. I thought it was adapted beautifully. And it was so good. Actually, you see, I don't know if you see, I already had this art from J.K. but I re-put up my Chainsaw Man posters. That one's Makima, that one's Power, that one's Reze. So got the opening one band back to the movie, such a good track. Dude, Iris Out by Kenshi Anezo and Jane Doe. He also did Jane Doe, the ED with Hikaru Utada. Dude. Again, no spoilers, but last scene plus hearing the ending track of Jane Doe, I was like, oh my god. I cried. I did cry. It was awesome. You hear that everyone's glazing the movie so hard because that makes them contrarian in me not want to watch it? No, dude, it's so good. If you've read it, beautiful adaptation. If you're just an anime watcher too, also beautiful. Just, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Because it's only like what, an hour 20, hour 30, hour 40, somewhere around there, but it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I just love Reze and her arcs so much. Oh wait, that's what was missing. Completely forgot about those highlights. I've barely touched this, but I feel like it's good enough. I think anything more might be too much. Are we talking anime? One Punch Man season 3, I'm assuming what that means, has the worst anime this year. I've heard, okay, I haven't heard about it, but I know people have talked about it being done very poorly. I didn't know Baby Minnow did the OP. What the hell? Baby Minnow's dope. Actually, I don't even think I've never read One Punch Man, and I haven't seen season 2 of the anime. And I'm pretty sure the first time I saw season 1 was like when it first came out. One of the earlier animes I watched. Oh wait, I fucked this up. Dude, sometimes the multiplier layer gets messed up whenever it's Oh, well, that's why. Yeah, I don't know why. I think I looked it up one time. I just completely forgot why. But when the multiply layer is inside the folder versus outside the folder, it looks completely different. Oh my god, my screen went black. One Punch Man falls off hard. Sliding. Oh, I see. But this way, if they had gotten a decent studio like UFO table to do this season, they'd still have trouble the manga's masterpiece. Oh, dude, I've seen some. I've seen some panels, I believe, of the art. It's crazy. I'll be real. The only thing I've seen of One Punch Man, like consistently, is the fan art of the green hair girl. I forget her name. But that's the only thing of One Punch Man I see so consistently. Manga looks great, but the story is a mess right now. Oh, it's still ongoing? Well, I didn't know that it was still ongoing. I'll be real. Tatsumaki, yeah, very popular. Yeah. Fuck it. I don't know. I'm so... We're drawing a year's worth of chapters. Oh, right. Fubuki or Tatsumaki? Hold up. Let me do my research. Let me make sure. Which one do I see more of? Oh, it's Tatsumaki. Yeah, I see her. Hella. Pretty fire. Who is the busty older sister? Yeah, the flat one. Of course, that's what I see on my TL. Checks out. I think I'm just gonna throw an overlay or the noise layer, mess with the colors, and call it a day. I don't want to over render it. We'll call it a day for this whip. We'll move on to another whip. Can't say I'm not still enjoying One Punch Man. At some point, they really got lost in the sauce. Damn. Sorry, taller, younger sister. This means older at 28. Whoa. One of those. That's pretty fire. Okay, let me do this. Maybe a gradient map. Fuck it. I've been doing gradient maps more too. Ooh, not bad. Remember Freeman's coming back in January, smile. Hell yeah. I'm not a manga reader when it comes to Freeman. I never rewatched season 1 though. I love Freeman so much. It might have been the anime that made me cry the most this year. Are you gonna head to bed? Have fun, guys. Bye, Buizu. Thank you for stopping by. Have good rest. Bye bye. One's working on a new manga called Versus, and it's really good in your opinion. The plot is what happens when 13 worlds all isekai each other and end up stuck together. Oh. I need to look into that. That sounds kind of wild. Wait, that's Brizu XD. I could tell because of the profile picture. It'd be crazy if it wasn't. It'd be crazy if it wasn't. I would also just trip it. You don't have profile pictures enabled. Wait, you can do that? Wait, what does YouTube look like? I didn't even know that was an option. By the way, we are going through gradient maps right now. And if you have no idea what a gradient map is, we'll turn it full blast. So a gradient map pretty much just takes specific colors. It takes the values of colors and changes it to a gradient, like a specific color. So it kind of just harmonizes the colors usually. And I change it to like something like soft light or overlay. And it kind of is like a filter. It's a browser extension setting. Ah. Usually gradient maps you got there, they might have to grab them if they are free. I only have the default. Oh, I have like pretty much all the popular ones on the Clip Studio Paint asset store. But I don't know why. I don't know if I can change this. There are some like really nice looking gradient maps on the Clip Studio Paint asset store that are like outdated or they don't work with the newest. I don't know how old they must be, but I'm just thinking like, it's just a gradient map, right? But I don't know anything about that. So, but what I have now is more than enough. Some of these are crazy, like the rainbow ones are crazy, but sometimes they can give the piece a nice feel. Pretty much all the last pieces I've uploaded have gradient maps on them. I like it. Gradient maps are amazing for setting the time of day for an image. A sunset one is nice. True. I think that's where it's most powerful. Is whenever you can change the mood of a piece instantly, or whenever I know some people can like they color with gradient maps, so they just have like the values in black and white and then they like make a custom gradient map. That's insane. Nice simple one. Would you go to sleep? I'll drop some art using pics in the homies Discord art channel if you want to take a peek. Hey, appreciate it. And I appreciate you for stopping by, Yogurt. Have a good night. What time is it in EU right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 1, 2 a.m. Hey, good night. Appreciate you stopping by. I kind of like this darker one, low key. 1:16, 2 a.m. Oh, yeah. That's past my bedtime. Choo. You have a friend who does that? She draws full grayscale, uses gritty maps, does paint your style, no line art. Yeah, it especially works really good if you do paint your style. 100%. I need to do that as like an exercise one of these days. Really helps with the values for sure. Yeah, we're gonna keep this one simple. Whips, more whips. Probably just gonna add like a overlay layer to make the skin pop a little more, and then call this one. Would you go to bed? You got still 2 hours of work, dude. Wow, what time is it over there? You work so late. I mean, I know you usually do, but I cannot. So right here, it's like 7 p.m. for me. Oh, maybe a color burn layer. Make stuff pop just a little more. Oh, actually, I didn't even do my regular tonal curves. Let me do that real quick. And then Gaussian blur. Already thought making yeah, I guess the tail will be out of focus. You left work at 12:08 last night. Hello? Hello? Left work at 12 is crazy. Well, we don't get off that late this time. Jesus. All you know, if you've seen professional artists leave drawing sketchy and refine the face because draw the eye kind of a composition trick. Oh, right. I have seen that as well. There's so many. I love watching other people's workflows, and then they always, especially if they talk over it and they say stuff like that, like they do this in order to. That's where I picked up the, you know, thinking about having the compositions more like in the lens of a camera with the Gaussian blur and stuff to accentuate like where to look. I was talking about earlier how like I just haven't really been watching a lot of streams lately besides like Squeaks, but when it comes to the art stuff, love watching. Pull it up. What I talked about last time, I love watching Spilled Ink, still watching a lot of Spilled Ink, but besides them watching this stuff, bro, watching the Riot Games channel and I haven't watched all of them, but the just hearing artists talk about their workflow and stuff and hearing insight, the Super Art Power Hour, that's what it's called. So good. Such good videos, because essentially they'll like take someone from like the skin team or something, and then they'll talk about the process, and then they'll be like, this is the process that we usually do in like the span of 2 weeks or like a month. I'm gonna try to do in like an hour, and then you kind of just get a full insight of that. I love watching it. Wishing more voice over time lapses these days. Too many shorts. Currently watching Lion Sensei. He's an art teacher and goes over. Oh, dude, Lion Sensei is a very good teacher. The video that I've watched from him that has stuck with me is his I don't remember. I think it was like a specific video for post processing. Very good video. Very clear, concise. And yeah, I do agree with you. A lot of shorts that I usually do not watch. I like watching long time lapses because another person that I'd like to watch is also Riot Games artist. Bo Chen does some crazy work. Has their entire time lapse for official splash arts. Holy, I love watching it. I always watch, because I also like to put on the background while I work on pieces myself. I watch his Star Guardian Kali ones so much. Just seeing them do all the concept art at the beginning is so good. You in his Discord, his latest challenge sucks though. Default MS Paint tools and palette only. Oh hell no. I've actually never tried to draw anything in MS Paint recently with like my tablet or anything. Well, actually the only thing I've drawn in MS Paint is like the profile picture for this channel I did with the mouse. That sounds difficult. Okay, we're going to collapse all of this and then Gaussian blur it. I usually don't flatten the image. I usually have hella layers. So because it's in the sketch, made just specifically for promotional pieces, or as a promotional piece, yeah, I am gonna do everything I usually don't do. Cool. Good enough. Good enough. I think is it 7:30? I can post this. Let me move this over. Save this real quick. Oop. Oop. Cool. And we'll post that. You watched post parts enough too. Picked up some nice tips like the hot cold overlay for deep shadows. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. There's so many tips, so many small tips that I just had to constantly remind myself when it comes to art, especially when I'm full on rendering a piece, like the just in general, the hot cold. Not just like for post-processing, but just the hot cold sort of balance in pieces that make it look interesting. I'm just jumping around so many times. Or like just jumping around, remembering, because I always like just jumped for the line art, work on the face, I just jump however I want to, and it gets so many things at the very end. I'm like, oh yeah, like post-processing in general, so many little things with multiply, overlay, color burn. I love working like that though. Post. Oh, it's backwards. Oh, I completely forgot it was backwards. It's like flipped. I just flip it. Edit. Flip. Ta-da. Quote tweet this one. This is the real promotional art. VGen comes open. Yippee! Post link. Post. Cool. You tear apart colors, your pieces are always oversaturated. Need to learn to tone down my colors. Oh, I see. I feel that. I used to also... A lot of my stuff used to be way too vibrant. But it's also tough. I think that's always a tough thing to get into because then you have the monitor looks different. Everyone's monitors look different. It's still like that. Because my drawing tablet, I think, is like color corrected pretty well. But then I throw it on like my PC monitor, my main monitor, everything looks oversaturated. I used to have it the first like 2 years of me doing digital art. I used to edit everything on my phone. Like I would get the pieces were done and then I would edit them and then I would throw it in Google Drive, open it via my phone, and then use like Lightroom to fix them up. But because I took like a few minutes to play around with the colors and vibrancy of everything, it always looked like too oversaturated afterwards. So now I usually, well, not usually, now I always do everything via Clip Studio Paint and then mess with all the filters and colors while I'm working. You have a Huion 22 and it's definitely not color adjusted. Oh, I used to also have a Huion 22 till it broke on me. Now I'm using a Canvas 19. But the Huion 22, I remember I specifically had to look. There was like a person. What is it called? ICC profiles, I'm pretty sure. Which is pretty much just like a filter for your screen. Someone color adjusted there because they use a little spider thing. That thing that like hooks up to your screen and then flashes a bunch of colors and then color adjust. They uploaded their ICC profile for that and then gave the exact settings that they had physically on the monitor, and that's how I color corrected my monitor or someone else's ICC profile of the spider. The true 22, the original 22. Huion 22 is fantastic if it just didn't break on me after like, what, 2 years? So ridiculous. The Canvas 19 is great. I actually prefer the slightly smaller size. But the thing I do miss is how scratchy the 22 felt and sounded. Whereas the Canvas 19 feels a bit more digital. It does have a very slight scratchy feeling and noise, but nowhere near as much as the Huion 22. I could argue that the 22 felt even better than like pencil on paper. Like it felt very, very nice. Maybe I work on this. This is, by the way, Zoe from K-Pop Demon Hunters in a bat costume that I was supposed to finish on Halloween, but I didn't. I was looking at the amount of time you streaming and people tell me that's not yellow when using RGB values. Oh yeah, dude, I had a nightmare. It was a nightmare trying to figure all that out, but it was worth it in the end. Especially because I did it. The main reason that pushed me to do it was like I was just about around the corner of opening cons at that time, like for the first time ever, and I saw a post about it. I think I was looking up colors because I really figured out that my work was like super not calibrated after I got the 22 and like white wasn't white. Like I was drawing like sketches on white backgrounds and I upload to my phone and it was like gray and I was like, oh no. So I had to look at the problem. I found someone on Reddit that had the same problem and then it routed to like a DeviantArt post that was like, for the past year, all my clients' work have been not calibrated. They didn't know that their pieces weren't calibrated correctly. So it was like what they were seeing on their screen was not what was being exported. And I was having the same exact problem. So because of that, I had to like actually apply the ICC profile onto my screen. That all of my regular monitors, as well as apply the ICC profile inside of Clip Studio Paint. And then you just feel crazy after doing that for a little bit. Because I remember doing that for like hours, and then after like the second or third hour, I'm just like, dude, this all looks the same to me. So I had to do it in like multiple sessions, so my eyes just adjusted. Good to know it's not just me then? Yeah. Yeah. What was I doing with this piece? Oh, I remember. I wanted this to be super dramatic. No, we can still do something like that. Dude, it's so early, but I'm so tired. Like I said earlier, trying to build 2 habits of drawing on stream as well as going to the gym again. Because it's been a hot minute. Gym destroyed me earlier. And I feel so tired. But also I can't sleep so early. It's way, way, way too early. Alright, what other options do we have to work on? I am kind of feeling this Zoe piece. We also had this Galbrena piece. Woo-wah. This has been such a sketch for so long. And I've had this sketch for even before I went on my trip, so this is like a month old plus. We'll probably just work on this. I feel that finding energy to draw is hard. True. I feel like it takes me so many brain cells to draw. Oh yeah, I forgot one of my favorite artists opened their VGen recently. Wow, what a coincidence. What is VGen? VGen is a commission site for artists. I think it's probably arguably the best commission site. Well, a lot of people use it nowadays. This is what it looks like. Because the only other way, there were other sites that use VGen. Luckily, like VGen came out maybe like a few months or like half a year whenever I started picking up commissions for the first time, like over a year ago. And it was such perfect timing because the only other option besides VGen is low-key just taking commissions via DMs, which is not a problem, but it's just a bit messy, you know, for my liking. So you have like your request and everything. You have your like portfolio. It's like, this is my page. Thank God it's blurred. Wow, that would have been bad if it wasn't blurred. But I really like VGen because I think, I don't know the percentage. I think like 30% of all my clients ever came directly from VGen instead of straight from Twitter. Interesting, might point my friends at it. They've only been taking commissions through DMs from Discord. It depends, you know, because VGen is a site. So like I said, I think for me it's worth it personally from what I've used it so far, because they do charge a fee because you're using their site. Because if they have like good clientele already and their money, I'm assuming, is going like straight to them, then that's probably still better for them. But for me to have like, you know, 30 maybe 40% of my clientele just came straight from VGen versus them knowing me through Twitter, then I'd rather take that, you know, I forget how much it is, somewhere between 3 to 5% that they charge you for using VGen. Then I'll take that, because the way, like, if you go to their main site, it pretty much is just like a gallery where you scroll down. Saved by the blur. Thank God. I was not thinking. So like it pretty much like it's just seeing, it's kind of like just Pixiv or like Instagram specifically for this type of art. And then whenever you click the artist, oh, not this one. If you go to an artist that, yeah, commissioned me for something similar. So then I think that's how a lot of people found me. They just scrolled and they're like, oh, cool. I don't know how the algorithm works, but yeah, it's dope. Not for everyone, but everything is very cleanly put together. Oh, hey, speaking of commissions, I totally didn't bring up. Did you feel about doing a more dynamic pose action shot as a comm? I feel more confident in it nowadays. I've been practicing that a lot behind the scenes. Putting it into action, I think it just depends on how drastic it is. We can always work with that. We can always work through that, like talk through that. But I am up for it. I am up for it. Good question. Good question. I think with my clients, I'm always down for whatever. I just tell them like, okay, we can do that. That's possible. But maybe we'll have to do it this way, you know? Just the classic back and forth. One of my friends is trying to get into video game concept, and so she's building a portfolio. Yeah. Speaking of that, I should probably make like I just have a card, like the website card, but it's just like my links. I low-key need to make one. Like, look, it's just the links. But I low-key need to make one just for all the art that I've done. Because I know people have that too. I need a section for like a gallery of the art. But then also the VGen gallery also just exists. I had fun the other day kind of just going through and throwing all of my stuff on here as well. Wow! All of this is just sensitive content. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'll be real. I didn't notice how much of this was sensitive content. But huge. I'm not showing it, right? Yeah. Wait, I want to see what that was, because you get to order it yourself, right? So I only care about really the like first 10 pieces, but I like how that clump over there is just like 5 sensitive content pieces, and most of them are commissions. What the hell? Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's hey, also shout out to VGen. One of the things that I do like that I kind of didn't, so like while people can like tell you that they're interested in a piece or in a specific service. So for example, my Skeb style spicy illustration, I don't think it says it anymore because I like changed so much about it. But before it was like 5 people are waiting in line. But that was like months ago whenever I wasn't doing comms. I was like, I can't do comms right now. But yeah, I get notifications be like, another person is interested in this specific service that you're providing. But then every single time I got the notification, every single time it was the lewd one. And I was like, yeah, that checks out. That checks out. I should just leave this one as a sketch too. I do like the sketchy feel of this. Holy, so many layers. I worked on this since Halloween. Some people are very sensitive over art. I got told my sketches were NSFW because I was just drawing forms and bodies and before putting on clothes. Yeah, everyone's line is different. You are correct. Unfortunately, my line is very, very blurred when it comes to what I consider NSFW. What other people consider NSFW. I think that's a fantastic habit to get into though. Drawing the form before the clothes was something I was told very early on, and I'm so glad, because it's very tempting, especially if they're just wearing like a big oversized hoodie like the character. Oh my god, it's so tempting to be like, I'm just not drawing their form at all. I'm just drawing the face and then the hoodie. But I still every time draw what their body looks like under, just to make sure proportions are correct. You have a certain type of fan. Yeah. Which, hey, I mess with. I love it whenever I get calmed NSFW stuff. Not to say I don't like not doing regular stuff, but for someone to entrust me with NSFW work is flattering, especially if it's like their OC or their favorite VTuber. I'm like, wow. Such an honor. At least that's how I feel. I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Me? Oh, I changed your face so many times, so some of these lightings don't make any sense anymore. I don't find even nudity itself in SFW, even looter stuff that has clothes on. That's true. That's true. I actually think that, well, maybe we'll test it one day. I'm pretty sure YouTube and Twitch, maybe, I don't know, allow you to draw, like, you know, nude art if it's just like anatomy. I agree. I agree. Like Huna. Huna. The worst comm, maybe best comm I've ever picked up. I'll draw almost anything for commission, man. It says, but you know, you gotta have the font, you gotta have the TOS. One of the first things in all of my services say, I have the right to decline any proposal, but I didn't for that one. Nope, no sir. I think it would take me a lot to actually decline something. Definitely the most commission of your life. Yeah, that's a word. If I didn't know you and you gave me that commission, I probably still would take it. Dead ass. Maybe not with the description that you gave, like your entire proposal, since that itself was a shit post. But if they were like serious about it, I was like, oh fuck it. Now if it was a rando, I probably would have charged them more. Don't think I'd ever commission anything that depraved again. Junior has scarred by horses, so Umamushi may come out. Oh god. Guessing that got censored. Purple, it might be better if you just don't know what we're talking about. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It might be the worst thing I've ever drawn ever. You had too much behind that. It was great. It was great reading that out loud for the first time. It was terrible in the best way possible. There's a channel named Asu Rocks. She's a time lapse called The Bee Straight Up Full Frontal Nudity. It's still up. Yeah, yep. Fuck it. One day we just need to draw only nudity. See what happens. Straight up. But nothing lewd. I'm one of those. I once drew a pregnant male My Little Pony's commission. I know how bad requests can get. Oh, wait, then me and you might be one of the same. Where is this post? Dear Lord, that's crazy. That's crazy. Where is this post? Now I want to show you. If you're throwing that bombshell. When was this? It was only last year? Oh my god. Holy. I don't know why this feels like it was like years ago. I feel like you could do some very nice, tasteful nude art. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, maybe. I think I could too. Now, it would probably just be like, you know, I say I draw the bodies all the time. It would just be the bodies that I usually draw, except I have no clothes. I could do it non-sexually. I didn't post mine online. Ooh. No, well, unfortunately, I ruined my career by doing that. I don't use social media, I only post on the YouTube channel. Oh. Well, you can see this link. This looks fucking terrible. Every way possible. I need to open chat now. Start off as a joke. I guess it still is a joke. That piece. God. Huge pop my back. Standing though feels very nice. But even nude slime girl. Oh, okay. Nude slime girl. That's what's up. Change my music up. Yep, still up Queen Slime and Terraria as a human. I will have to check that out later. And then I will have to do some studies on stream. Oh my god, I actually, because I drew this a few days ago. Hope I have the reference for these work in progresses still. Sometimes I do not save them. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. Oh, this music's too sleepy for me. There we go. You really saw I took from Light Sensei though. My art style was very similar to his. Oh, bet. Bet. I do see that he has a lot of those like draw with me, like 1 hour lessons, like draw this in 1 hour type of deal. Those are cool. Let's see. Okay, so for this work in progress, it's Zoe in like a bat costume. In the I'm trying to think. In the reference, she's wearing like fishnets. We'll try that. Why not? Yes, where the slime girl came from, just took the pose and changed the rest. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what the stopping point for this piece is. Or exactly how I'm gonna tackle this. I think I've gotten to the point where I kind of want to really focus on lighting and atmosphere for pieces, and a lot less of the maybe rendering aspects. I feel like I've kind of been in this obsession of making my pieces feel more real. Believable. That's a better word. Believable. Not necessarily real. And I just think I've been struggling with lighting and the atmosphere for so long. I really got to get into it. I am not liking the way that's looking. Drawing flat textures on curved surfaces is a pain, like logos on t-shirts. I hate it. Oh, I get what you mean. I usually draw like just the flat, like the logo first, and then like move it around and erase it afterwards. I think it's a fun little challenge, try to make it look believable. What else? Damn, it's almost been 2 hours. I'm so tired. I'll push through a little longer. There was, what else did I want to talk about though? Unfortunately, I did a terrible job of multitasking today, but it's fine. At least I posted the promotional art. Oh yeah, because earlier I was like, the only piece I can show on stream that I've done recently is the Zoe one, because the other ones are NSFW, like actually lewd. Chat distraction caused by chat. Yeah, it's hard, it's hard. And me being tired does not help. I cannot focus on anything when I'm so tired. But we can yap for a little bit right now. I mean, besides the Zoe piece, I did make a Kanari piece. Kanari, the streamer girl from the new Pokemon game. Really proud of that one too. If you post on Rule 34, I'll find it. You know what's crazy? I did a bit of ego searching because I was very proud of that Kanari piece. And I did see that someone posted it on R34. And for me, that's a W. But as to when it comes to posting stuff in general, I found that my NSFW, like, you know, I'm not a numbers guy. I turn my number, like, I only check Twitter through my desktop, which I have an extension for that hides all the numbers. But for some reason, I'm okay with like looking at numbers through Pixiv. And I don't know, I've grown to like Pixiv a lot more. It used to just be like, I've had it since forever, just because like so many people use Pixiv, but I've used it more frequently as recently. And Pixiv, every time I post an NSFW piece, kind of banger. 24 results is kind of a lot of results. Have I made that many NSFW pieces? Jesus. Okay, the Kanari one, that one was fun making. And it really is, again, just like, you know, all it is just like, I kind of am at the point of experimentation in my own art where like, I like to push more and then pull back later. So I think like the use of, I mean, just very, very small thing, but like the use of Gaussian blur on, for lack of better words, her ass is, it adds a lot of depth. I don't know. And it's like 50% Gaussian blur or something, like an egregious number I've never used before. I feel like I've, same thing for the Zoe piece that I showed off earlier. That was super blurred as well. And having that depth of field, it's nice. It's nice. Multiple walls of Pedis. Oh, yup. That's probably all at R34. I believe it. Yeah, Gaussian blur carries. It really makes it feel like a photo. Which that in and of itself makes it feel more real. Not real. Believable. Believable. Like in that setting. That's really what I'm trying to get at nowadays. Which is why I've been practicing a lot of dynamic poses. Because those all always feel more real too. I also made like a few sketches of the other thing I can't show. Whoa, no, I think I can show. Yeah, I can totally show this. I've already censored it anyways. Most of it's missing though. But since I was so, and still am, K-pop Demon Hunter brain rotted, I like drew a mini, it's not even a comic, but just a few sketches. That was also very fun to draw. I don't know what you would call that style. Not really a comic, but just a few sketches and then some text bubbles. I was like, wow, I'm so brain rotted. Still learning anatomy, posing is very basic at the moment. Yeah, gotta start somewhere. Anatomy's still hard to this day, man. Two D models help though. Like for this pose, I can show you. I actually was very proud of coming up with this pose because I had this pose in mind, at least her upper body. I wanted her to do like, you know, kind of like the little fang, not fang, but like kind of like claw type of pose. And I stumbled across, can I copy this and paste it here? This ref, perfect. I found this reference photo, which is why I'm getting the red light from there. That I don't have to over exaggerate later. But this ref along with this 3D model. Do I still have it? Not the one? No. Like made the person crouching. I found like a crouch, regular basic crouching pose, and then made them do this pose. So I had like I modeled like the top of it from something I had in my head, and then the bottom of it was from this reference photo. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Surprised you didn't go for something more open toe for the foot lovers. Yeah, it was an option, but I was like, oh, I don't really want to make this piece horny. Do I want to make all of my Zoe pieces horny? We can go over the next one can be horny. Where's face looks like K-Song. Oh, I see it. I see it. Sick ass reference pose though. I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. Because I have a lot of reference photos that I found on Pinterest for this like similar lower body angle. And I was like, I don't know. I really like the way it looks. But then the thing that was tripping me up was the face angle. I couldn't figure out what I wanted a face to look like. But I think I got pretty close after many attempts. That's the reason why I didn't finish this on Halloween. Because I actually got like this, like majority of what you're seeing here is what I was getting from like just that one evening or in the middle of the day for Halloween that night. And I was like, dude, I'm kind of cooking. But then I couldn't figure out her face. I was like, oh, it's always something. Pinterest is a gold mine of references. I agree. And especially because recently, it's not perfect, but you know, they have now the check boxes or check marks where you're able to get rid of AI reference photos or AI in general, like whatever's posted on there. It works pretty dang well because it was such a landmine going into Pinterest and like tiptoeing all over the references to see that so many of them were AI, bro. Someday I'll have the spare time drive to pick up drawing again. Yeah, dude, maybe whenever you're not coming back from work at midnight, man. I don't blame you. Art's fun though. It is time consuming, but I love the journey of it. Like as an AI artist based, it is. I heard that Pinterest was so bad the past year that like even people that were looking up like room decor inspiration was like, this is AI, what the hell? And it's terrible when it comes, it was terrible when it came to art, but my god, it's so much better. When places are starting up to filter out AI, gets people to finally got sick of it. Yes, even like big ups to Pixiv, because Pixiv, like as soon as AI started running rampant, they added a AI like tag, and you know on Pixiv, let me oh, I can't show my page. It's wait, maybe I can filter it. If y'all don't use Pixiv like that, I'm telling y'all. So earlier I was talking about how I was just so done with having so much social media stuff, like being so what's the word, burnt out on so much content stuff. I've like pretty much only use Pixiv to actually look at art nowadays. I think even some R34 sites are starting to remove it. Super based. Number was very strongly anti-AI. Yes. I don't think I've maybe seen like 1 or 2 AI arts on Dumbledore, but then it's also like it wasn't ever passed through, because you know, like if you go on like the main new page for Dumbledore, it's like you can see the waiting approval list and then it never gets approved. Huge W for that site. But yeah, for Pixiv, this is all my stuff that is not NSFW. Very nice. Whenever you upload something, it asks you if it's AI. And then the thing about these pieces is people can, oh my god, you could see. Let's pretend we didn't see the bottom portion of that. You could add tags and other people can add tags. So that's super good. Oh, it's so fucked. Oh, never mind. And all my NSFW stuff, it didn't remember the filter. Awesome. Well, it is what it is. Of course I go back and it's not filtered. Yep, Ruler for video due to massive influx of AI generators, I've decided to no longer accept it on this platform. Huge W. Huge W. Welp. We can see what happens. This is just a small mom and pop channel. Surely having some cock on screen for like half a second will do nothing. So stupid, so stupid. But yeah, Pixiv. The only weird thing about Pixiv is I don't know how many people actually have Pixiv Premium, because Pixiv Premium is like you have to pay for it. I actually don't know how much it is, but if you don't have regular Pixiv, like if you have regular Pixiv, you only see everything in chronological, like most recent, like everything's in chronological order. So I like, if there's like a popular page or something, but you only get access to that if you what is it, have Pixiv Premium. But I find that actually going through everything chronologically, like I'll go through the tags, like for example the Pokemon ZA tag or the Canary tag, and then because you can't do that on Twitter, you know, because Twitter's a social media, you see everything for like the past day, and if it's like 2 or 3 days old, you're just never gonna see it unless you go to that person's account. But for Pixiv, I found art from like a year or two ago that is like save worthy, like wallpaper worthy. I'm like, wow, this is awesome, because it's just like an artist thing, right? It's specifically for artists. So I've been loving scrolling through that. You played an EA game that had a cock out, shower out scene, so you didn't get banned for it? W. But yeah, Pixiv, awesome. I think I'm just going to only be using Pixiv for now on and only use Twitter to post stuff. Cause seeing non-art stuff on my Twitter kind of tilts me. I feel like mine's pretty filtered out. But there's just too much to keep up with nowadays, man. And I'll just use Twitter for the NSFW account that I have. That's about it. Well, all I have are the flats here. I think I am going to kind of push. Well, actually, what color? Oh, I think I wanted to have a black background or a really, really dark background, which I've never done. But fuck it. Now's the time to really push everything. I'm gonna look at some art lines. Discord has about 3,000 users and 3 NSFW sections. Lines Discord. Bet. 3 NSFW sections. That's a bet. Because I feel like that's really the only. Look, I'll be completely real. I use Twitter to hopefully stumble across art and for the lewd cosplays and shit. Everything else, oh my god, I can't. I see a lot of YouTubers draw me on Twitter, but you convincing me slowly that you just want to see cute Uma and Arknight's art. Yeah, the algorithm for the most part is very good, but I will always have my gripes about it. I think the reason why I'm okay with looking at Pixiv numbers versus Twitter numbers is because Twitter is just like 100% algorithm. You know, I can never get over that because I've been on the highs and lows when it comes to Twitter, and I hate looking at the numbers for my posts, bro. I hate it so much. I haven't not looked at it in like, I accidentally saw the last numbers I saw were like accidentally I saw the Keep This On Black NSFW post numbers wise, which I was pleasantly surprised with, but I hate seeing the numbers most of the time. Pixiv though, I don't know about it. I don't know what about it. I don't care how my stuff performs on Pixiv, but it is nice whenever it does perform on Pixiv. The NSFW stuff kind of goes crazy. Artistic nudity, etchy, non-nude, and hentai explicit. Makes sense. Makes sense. And I feel like the Twitter algorithm is low-key hard to train. I tried to train it, like it took forever for it to catch on that I wanted to see K-pop Demon Hunter fan art. But around the same time it started picking up that I wanted to see K-pop Demon Hunter stuff is the same time that Kanari stuff started popping up on my TL as well. Works out most of the time. Like I said, I think I might just be I might be over it, bro. Or at least I need to, like, I'm following so many people. That's also another big problem. I don't scroll more than like probably 5 to 10 minutes throughout the whole entire day on Twitter. Because of that, I just don't see what I want to see, right? Because of that, I probably see more new accounts than people I actually follow. Now I'm following 1,000+ people. I'm not going to see the artists I want to see. I think I just need to go through my Twitter and like unfollow a lot of people. Oh yeah, I've seen the Kanari stuff you retweet. W. Kanari, awesome. Will not play the game because I'm not really that interested. but my god, are the Pokemon girl designs fire. I'm supposed to are into the new Digimon Time Strangers too. I know someone who actually is playing it. I've seen very little stuff. I heard the story's great. I need to look-y watch someone play it. That's me nowadays. I like to watch story-driven games rather than play it myself. A bit of a freak in that sense. Look up Dr. Monica Simmons. Oh, we talk about the women, huh? That's a bet. Okay. You know, that's fair. I think, I do like blonde anime characters. I do. You might have convinced me. Blonde anime characters is what's up. I don't know why specifically, because I don't think blonde really does anything for me IRL. But anime characters go stupid crazy. Might just be because I'm a big Marin Kitagawa fan. Maybe. Gradient map. God, I could go so many. Oh, I'm dumb on normal. Go so many directions with this. Not fuss over hair color. Style does more for me. Ooh. I feel that. I always really notice whenever they give anime characters more than like 2 different outfits. I'm like, whoa. They must really love this character. And I love it when they have super nice style too. I agree. Like two-tone hair, where it's darker on the outside and inside of the brighter color. Oh, like Juna's? Yeah. Fire. I get that. There's a sunset gradient I mentioned earlier. Nice color combo. Yeah, I saw it and I was like, that's kind of fire. Yeah, I think this sketch I'm really just gonna use as my base to kind of go crazy over. I think because I've had the mindset of having everything more sketchy, I think it's like a sketch, right? Like the Zoe piece with her taking a selfie. In my mind, that's like in the middle of something more rendered versus a sketch because of how messy it is. But it's just like a different take on fully rendering it for me personally. And because of that, because all the lines and everything aren't so clean, it makes me feel more comfortable to kind of push everything. Has really helped me. And at this point, I'd rather like kind of overshoot and then pull back rather than undershoot, if that makes sense. Kind of like going back to me using like 50% Gaussian blur. Me a few months ago probably would have done like 10% Gaussian blur, call it a day. But going up to 50 kind of just makes it feel so much better. Bleach has some killer outfits. Kubo really loved his fashion. Unfortunately, I never got into Bleach. Her brother was really into it. There were some of our friends. I kind of like how dramatic that looks. Oh my god, on my... Insane! Just seeing it from my monitor versus my drawing tablet looks like two completely different pieces. I need to give her nails too, probably. And what is this? Look at the reference real quick. Oh, it's because in the reference she has like a skirt on. The reference with this bat costume. It's looking like a jumper, so I think was what it's called. Yeah, I'm also new to changing all the colors midway. I used to deadass only like touch the tonal curves and all the like the post processing at the very end of the piece, and then that would just be like the make it or break it point for me, which I think was low-key kind of bad because I just never took the time to like look at all the colors properly. But I think doing it midway really lets the colors sink in for me. I think adding some drop shadow from the character would really solidify the piece. True. No, thank you for pointing that out. You are correct. Because I remember I was playing around with the light source because I was in the middle of like looking at the reference photo that I don't think I actually took into consideration the actual character. Plus, where is this eye even coming from? From the right to the side. I think I just need to do it from scratch. I kind of took too much into looking at the reference. Light's coming from up here. Yeah, we'll just say it's coming from up here. That makes sense. I also struggle with lighting whenever it comes to casting on a person, on a character. Love using the eraser method for shadows. Just makes more sense in my head to carve the light parts for some reason. Yes, I agree. I agree. So recently, I think one of the things I've heard that from Mark Brunette, something I go to very often for basics, whenever I was really trying to pinpoint lighting, whenever he said to think about lighting like you're turning on a light switch, you know, it's just a very simple thing to say, but it really stuck with me. And that's why I like really over exaggerated the light in my Zoe piece. And I was like, this feels a lot better easier for me to grasp whenever he said that. So now whenever I play with the multiply layers, I just think like I'm turning the lights on and off. And it's such a basic idea that really went a long way for me. I really believe lighting can, it just enhances a piece. Like I feel like it turns an okay piece to a good piece and a good piece to a great piece. Because it's like it almost tricks you, for lack of better words, it tricks you into thinking the piece is like really next level. Because I've seen some pieces that have really good lighting, but maybe lack something in like the anatomy department, or like their facial proportions are maybe a bit off, maybe something like that. But upon first glance at the piece, I'm like, whoa, because the lighting is just so believable. You know, it makes the character environment look so three-dimensional or whatever. Green line can look mediocre, but if you nail the line shadows, can make all the difference. Yeah, I agree. You do way more lighting studies. Been trying to pick a lot of references that emphasize the lighting. Where's the line art for this? Probably gonna make that look a bit more believable. Probably add in more cracks later. Figure that out. Because the amount of contrast your values are all close, it just won't pop. True. I've actually been doing the value test on all of my pieces for a minute now. And I think because, I mean, let's see what it looks like now. It is just a basic color blocking right now. But turning this black and then turning it to color. Not bad. I definitely need to render the face a bit more. I'll see from both monitors. Like I said, I have to figure out how far I want to take this piece. Time 8:30. 2.5 hours. It's been 2.5 hours. That's crazy. Well, that means my camera's probably about to die. The backup battery. Or maybe when it dies, maybe I'll call it. I don't know how much battery it has left though. This will be the same color, yeah. Nothing down here either. Did a fun challenge with your friends, which helped a lot. We gave each other line art in a random set of colors, and we had to color it entirely with our monitors on grayscale. Oh, wait, that sounds fun. I might have to do that. Remember, I think I saw Ina do something like that a few years ago. She like took random colors from the chat and then used it for her values while coloring in grayscale. What am I doing with the knee here? Yeah, we'll clean up some of these lines, a bit too messy. At the end of the color wheel though, you'll know what you're using. True. I might just do what Ina did and get random hex codes and figure it out from there. What is that? Oh, it's a shoe strap. I am going to call it soon. I know that it is booked whenever it is taking me so long to see some of these mistakes. Yeah, we'll probably keep it this messy though. Loki might just collapse everything and figure it out. It'd be even time. Oh, it's so early, but gotta get used to it. Gotta get used to it. Gotta stay consistent. I'm gonna try to make it to where I need to stream tomorrow. Go to the gym tomorrow too. Gotta keep the habits up. Finish just by tomorrow, hopefully. I like the silhouette, if anything. I just had to get a bit messier with the colors. It just threw me off because I decided to use like a manga pen for this instead of something. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I actually like the way that looks. There's always the fun feature CSP has too, which is pick screen color. Good for random colors if you do Google image search. Pick screen color. Wait, what do you mean by that? Pick screen color, good for random colors if you do Google image search. Oh, you mean like color pick. If I just do something random? A lot of ways to figure out random colors. I've also been standing this whole time. Do you feel it? Let me look at this. Wait, do you have this piece? This color, right? Not bad. Oh, edit pick screen color lets you use the eyedropper outside of CSP. Wait, I didn't know that existed. Oh. I didn't know it got outside of CSP. Wait, thanks for the tip. Wait, that's crazy. Just goes on different monitor too. That's insane. What? I don't know this. What? Wait, thank you. That's a huge dub. Just works so effortlessly going to another screen too and taking the color. Sick. What's it doing? Oh yeah. Seeing if adding a glow would be beneficial or not. Sometimes it is. Especially the piece of this dark, but maybe, just maybe, I can pull off having, after I render it a little bit, maybe the actual rendering and lighting could do the heavy lifting. I just have to see. We can do this, turn it to add glow, and then blur it. Might be too much. I think it might be too much. We need to erase some. Wrong layer. And even color picking if you're drawing a specific character. True. I can see this working if I need to. If I can't get the colors aren't working as well. Oh, I accidentally turned this to add glow. Whoops. I didn't do anything anyways. Yeah, maybe. We'll see if it works now, I think, because it's just flat colors plus really rough lighting. I say rough lighting, I kind of like how rough it looks. Kind of adds to the piece, what I'm going for. Maybe we'll keep that. But the glow could work, I think. That could definitely be beneficial to the piece. was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. That's that ghostly type of effect. Go watch rewatch tutorial on gradient and Gaussian blur. Something to do with doing a gradient as partially transparent. I don't think I heard of that one either. Oh, that sounds pretty sick. Well, with that, I think, my God, somehow 3 hours, almost 3 hours have passed. It's almost 9, which is hella early, but I'm also very tired. Gonna be calling it for today. I mean, I really, again, didn't work on much. I finished the sketch for the other piece and kind of worked a bit on this Zoe piece. And gonna be doing my best to, 1, go to the gym tomorrow, and 2, probably finish the Zoe piece tomorrow on stream. Probably around the same time. But thanks for the yap sesh. I don't think I yapped enough. I got tired like midway and I was like, oh, you focus on getting... I could not multitask today. Holy, that's hard. You get better for that. But that's probably going to be doing it more. Appreciate y'all for sticking around and just listen to me yap and draw. It's always a good time and more time to come. Good timing, almost 3 a.m. Jesus. Yeah, that is late. But yep. Appreciate y'all. Sorgy purple. Big ups to y'all. And with that, I'm calling it. And hopefully I can figure out why I can't play background music or why I can't hear desktop audio by tomorrow. But yeah, have a good one. We'll do more drawing tomorrow. Good night. Bye bye.